Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we got another anniversary teaser here. Not really too surprising to get more and more teasers. I did not look at this one ahead of time. Let's see what we've got going on. It's going to be a busy night because we did have the data download for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well as Kid Buu, who are coming out in 20 minutes. So, gonna be a lot going on over the next couple of hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at the teaser here. Oh, Don is playing. Oh, well, okay. I guess, wait a minute, hang on. Okay, I guess I'm not going to play the audio, but we know very well here what's probably coming from this. This is Super Vegito, okay. Into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And then we get Super as well. Okay, UI Goku. 10th anniversary. Do we think that this is actually... Is that actually teasing something, though? Let's go ahead and take a look at this again. Okay, so... This is going through the whole series, right? Obviously, Daima not really placed here. I mean, We'll see how much Daima stuff is probably going to come in during the anniversary. I think that's kind of another thing that's kind of hanging over this, is I do think we could see Daima stuff show up during this actual anniversary. The reasoning is because we know that the Daima story event is scheduled to get new stages added. It's every Saturday, right? Like there's just constantly going to be new stages added to the story event. So the Daima stuff is always going to kind of be in the background. Now, when they make these major celebrations and stuff like that, begin working on this stuff, like they kind of start doing this stuff a year in advance. And even before that, remember, it was a line we laughed our asses off. A lot of people did too. It was not just me. But Amatsu did that huge Q&A. It was during the 8th anniversary, right? And there was a huge Q&A. And he said that they had all the characters planned out until the 10th anniversary. And it was hysterical because then a couple of months later, they had dropped 3 base Gokus in 3 months. Right? Like, it was comedy. Like, oh, yeah, you guys have the schedule planned out, but you're spamming base Goku, right? Or, even this year, I guess, they did have, the AGL Vegeta banner, and the 2 best characters on the banner were both base Vegeta. The Tech Vegeta, and then the AGL base Vegeta, right? So, that was funny. But Daima only just recently started, so it is funny. Like, we get a version of this, and it's 3 years down the line or something like that, and Daima would be included. By the way, I want to kind of relook at what Dragon Ball animations, because Dragon Ball is definitely so underutilized. Okay, I mean, we do have Roshi there now. There's support memory, Piccolo Jr. Alright, so I'm looking at the lines of dialogue. So Goku finishing off Piccolo Jr. Namek Goku doesn't get one. Vegito does. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta gets one. And that Goku gets one. So... Okay, but then there is a 5th, which is going to be UI Goku. Okay, I was curious, maybe, they kind of give us a little, dialogue down there. Could those characters maybe kind of be hints? I don't know. Okay, so, especially after the 10th, let me pull some stuff up here. We'll talk. Alright, so, one of the big things about what it seems like, does seem like we're kind of pushing towards that Kamehameha, right? Like, we saw what the free-to-play character looks like. It seems fairly obvious. Plus, they're now giving us at least a lot of little, I mean, hints or breadcrumbs or something like that they might be trying to implement the entire series here. And them doing Kamehameha would easily do that. Because, like, Kamehameha shows up in episode 5, 6, when Master Roshi first does it. And, I mean, Goku does it in the same episode. Goku literally watches Roshi do it, and then he is able to do, I mean, he does it, and destroys Bulma's car, I believe. Kind of like testing it out for the first time. But, like, Goku does it in the first episode where it is actually shown, right? And then obviously as, time goes on, his Kamehameha actually becomes a real force, by the time, he fights Jackie Chun in the tournament and stuff like that. So, I mean, if they're gonna do Kamehameha, that would kind of back up what's going on with this, where we're covering, again, the entire series. Now, Don is playing during this, which is pretty huge, pretty significant. We've talked many times, I've said, one of the best moments in Dokkan history was the very first Dokkan live stream they did for one of these major celebrations, major characters. It was part 2 of the 4th anniversary where they did it. And they had the singer, who sings that, live perform, and it was fire, right? Now, when, we know Kamehameha, when we get into part 3, this is where these guys will EZA, right? So with these two EZAing, the gods have a pretty good setup coming into the game. So, I mean, they're kind of like, we would think of them as, one of these God Key characters, is kind of what, like, partners that they would want. And if we take a look at it, we've got, like, the UI Gokus, Blue Gogeta will still be effective, Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta will still be effective, Tech Beerus will have some God links, we have Evolution Blue Vegeta, we have EGL Jiren. We actually have a fair amount of solid God characters, no matter how nasty power creep is, unless it's dodge canceling, the UI Gokus will at least be effective. Evolution Blue Vegeta will at least be effective, because otherwise the game is going to be too hard. Right, so he's at least going to be effective for sure. So we're going to have these guys ready to go. And then, but that leads us to these guys, right? Like they get huge juice from links. Just GT and Saiyan Roar alone is 35% attack, 20% defense, and 2 key from Saiyan Roar and GT. And then, I mean, the characters are going to likely have Fierce Battle and Legendary Power as well, at minimum. They're probably going to have Super Saiyan 2, probably going to have Kamehameha 2, and all of a sudden, we're talking, 25% attack, 50% attack, 60% attack, 80% attack, 95% attack if we have these 6 links right there. You know what people love about Dokkan? Damage. They love monster damage. That's what people love to do. So with all of these links up, we are talking massive stats and stuff like that. So I do expect major GT presence during. Let's play the Japanese one. I can't imagine anything is different. We're not really getting differences. Even this data download that happened tonight was within, I believe, 6 minutes of each other on global NJP. So, and then they tweeted out the EZA details for Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu at the exact same time. So, at the sync, started as the best thing ever, and then they turned it into the worst thing ever with how badly they were handling it. And then now, like, we're getting all this stuff handled correctly. So, Dokkan is definitely improving very well. All right, yeah, looks like it's, again, it's exactly the same as we would expect. Okay. All right, so, yeah, the only thing I really want to take away from these teasers is just the fact that Don is playing, and, you know, the fact that, like, dropping a new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could make sense. I referenced the 8th anniversary. I'm not sure if it was the fan meetup or whatever, but I referenced that already in this video, right? And how Amatsu said we have all the characters planned out to the 10th anniversary. The other thing that happened during that is they specifically asked about Superhero Gohan and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because those are two mega popular characters that at the time they had already used, you know, most of the stuff, because Beast kicks and then does the special beam cannon, and that's pretty much it, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, like, they've used pretty much all he had, so they asked the question about, you know, like, using those characters, like, again. And remember, that was before they did the whole Dokkan original stuff, you know, which was in the 2023 Worldwide Download Celebration with Vegito Blue and stuff like that. So, it was asking about, you know, basically Beast and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We got our Beast Gohan the next year. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I really think we're probably gonna see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as one of the 4 major LRs. So, let me know what you guys think. Definitely 10th anniversary hype is really building.